Alright, so it is May 13th. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's still pretty cool temperatures right now, but we're getting out early because we have track in the afternoon again. But we're hoping to find our first milks of the year today. This is definitely one of the better shots of the year that we've had so far, so hopefully we can turn up milk. We don't have crazy long to be out here, and it heats up later in the afternoon anyways, so hopefully we can find some snakes, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so the first stop, me and Hayden are just checking some boards that we laid out this last winter, and Hayden flipped this Yellowbellied Racer right here. This one's almost an adult, not quite. You can see it still has some of that patterning, but it's lost most of it. But just really nice turquoise sides and a beautiful yellow bottom, as you can see right there. But he's nice and cold. It is really cold. It's only like 52 degrees right now. So I'm pretty surprised we flipped one already, but this is awesome. We're gonna get some pics and then we'll let them go. But it's nice. Normally adult racers can be really hard to get pics of sometimes just because they're so fast and they're hard to get a hold of, but when you flip it in colder temps, we'll be able to get some nice pics. So glad that we could already find something. Just flipped it over a bit so you can see the underside, and he's just chilling. And Hayden said the board was super wet too because it was kind of in a ditch, and since we've been getting so much moisture, the board was just really wet, pretty cold. So this guy is just absolutely chilling, but we're gonna set him on the ground and get some pictures. All right, well, Hayden just flipped this guy, Yellowbellied Racer number 2, and this one you can see is a lot younger, has all that patterning still. So the other one's a good example of what they start to look like as they get older. But snake number 2, awesome to add another to the tally. We're gonna get some pictures and then let this guy go. All right, here's one more look at this little guy. I think Hayden's gonna take some pictures, so I'll probably just keep moving and seeing what I can find. But snake number 2, Yellowbellied Racer. There's that stomach right there. But we're gonna let this guy go shortly. All right, well, I have some good news and some sad news. Sad news, there's a dead fox right there that's right outside what looks like is a den for the foxes. But good news is I just flipped my first snake of the day. It started out pretty slow, but here we have a plains black-headed snake. This one is a lot darker coloration than normal. He looks pretty cool actually. And just that stomach, see if I can kind of get it to show, but really pinkish and then peach on the bottom. But it feels pretty cold. It looks like he was barely just coming out of the ground. So I think that the rocks are finally starting to warm up enough where hopefully I'll start finding more snakes, because it has been a fairly slow start so far. All right, I'm gonna let this guy go. Hopefully I can start finding more stuff, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so we've been getting a ton of rain the last day or two, which is just awesome. Checking a few prairie dog holes before I pick up my friend and we'll do some road cruising, because it's still raining right now. But here we got a tiger salamander eating a worm, which is just really cool. That's exactly why they come out. The worms are out and everywhere, just crawling around. So I'm not going to try to disturb them too much. I know that the lights probably distract them a whole bunch. This hole's just right up here. So I'll probably set him right around there, and then hopefully he'll continue to eat his meal, which looks like he will be doing. So I'll probably get a quick shot and then just let him on his way. All right, so I saw one get away, and then I just found this guy, and he is giant, probably the second largest I've ever found. I'm holding my phone in one hand and my flashlight with the other. Although actually, let me just turn on flash real quick for some video so I can put my hand next to it for size reference, because this thing is really big. There's my hand right there, and he is easily bigger than that. He's probably a solid 9 inches, I would say. Definitely gonna try to get some pictures of this guy, but just super cool. All right, once again, can't get good pictures because iPhone plus dark plus flashlight in one hand, phone in one hand, and containing salamander is pretty hard. But there it goes. Thankfully he was slow. Gonna keep on going. All right, well, normally they're in their holes, but this guy was pretty much all the way out, just sitting by the grass right there, and you see the holes back there. He's eating a little worm as well. So I'm just gonna let him keep on hanging out. Yeah, I'm just in flip-flops, so getting pretty wet and muddy, but that's all right. I'm probably gonna go pick up my friend here in a second and cruise and just leave the rest of this area alone. But this area and population of salamanders is just so awesome. But you can let this guy go on his way. All right, well, I had to watch a really big one get away a second ago that had decent coloring, but here I got another really big one, as you can see. Definitely several of these guys I have not seen before, but I'm gonna try to just snap a few quick in-hand pics just to show the size, and I'll let this guy go. All right, so we are out looking for whatever we can find, really. And it's pretty early in the morning, and we flipped this 6-line racer right here. Now this is only the second one we've ever caught. This guy is looking pretty good. These guys are really cool. Mainly it's just the prairie lizards out here that are pretty common, but there's still some of these other lizards, and they're pretty cool. Nice blue sides, the green / black banding, but I'm just gonna get a in-hand photo of this guy and we'll just set it right back next to the board. All right, well, we're checking out this area on the side of the highway, and just walked up on this guy. So pretty cool, always cool seeing these guys. When we first saw him, he was already in a shell, so it wasn't much we could do to keep him out of it, but just great patterning, that yellow. But we're gonna leave him alone, keep on moving. We're trying to find some snakes, so hopefully that can happen. All right, well, we have another 6-line race runner here, and this guy is really active. We flipped the one earlier, and this guy was actually out in the move, and we were able to catch him while he was running around. Just kind of cornered him against the wall, and we were able to catch him. But these guys can be pretty fast. But these guys are really cool. They remind me of just colorful little mini Komodo dragons with that tongue flick. But we're not going to spend too much time with it. We'll just set it back down here shortly and then go on our way. All right, Hayden said he just found a milk snake. This is our first milk snake of the year. We're at this spot that actually looks really good. I think we might be able to find a few more. But let's see what Hayden has. First milk of the year. Oh, it took a while, but there we go. Yes! Wow. You can see, compared to the ones we found on the hogback, this one has a lot more white. But when they're this small, they often have really great bright red. And sometimes that'll start to go away as they get bigger. Oh man. Nothing like finding a beautiful tricolor snake. Yes. Awesome find, dude. All right, well, unfortunately it's not holding too still, but we'll try a little bit more here in a second. But this is mine and Hayden's first Central Plains milk snake. This is where they're most commonly found in Colorado. But yeah, just a really little guy. Hasn't had too many years on this earth yet, that's for sure. But always cool about seeing the young guys is that it's awesome coloration. But we gotta, oh, he's biting me. So we're gonna need a few more pictures and then we'll let him go. All right, well, Hayden is still photographing this one. I decided to keep on flipping, and I saw a little bull snake get away, go down the hole, which was a bit of a bummer. Then I flipped the rock right next to it. We got a big milk snake. I'm gonna set him on the ground though. But you can see exactly what I was saying about how as they get bigger, they lose some of that brighter coloring. This guy's a lot more yellow instead of white, and just a little bit more dull colors, but that's what happens as they get bigger. He's actually holding still, so I'm gonna get a couple pictures. The other one has not been wanting to cooperate very well, but it's all right. But so Hayden flipped that first one. I was able to flip the second one. Just so stoked right now. Milk snakes 1 and 2. Absolutely awesome. All right, well, this is the small guy that Hayden flipped, and he's just gonna let him go back under his little piece of concrete. All right, now I'm letting this guy go. There was a bull snake right outside of here that got away, which was a bummer, but then I flipped the milk snake, so it's all right. We're gonna keep on looking. These guys are awesome. Definitely some underrated snakes here in Colorado. they're pretty common throughout the state, but always cool seeing these guys. So we're gonna get some pictures and then we'll let it go here. So this is the bull snake's defense mechanism. It's pretty cool. Sometimes that tail rattles a little bit just to kind of mimic a rattler, and then it just puffs up to look bigger and exhales and inhales loudly to just to be scary, and it definitely works sometimes. But I think we got good enough pictures, and then we'll just let it go and go about the rest of this day, and we'll keep on looking for other snakes. All right, well, we're gonna let this bull snake go back into its stack, and hopefully it can just continue to bask again. But always cool seeing these guys. Glad to finally get my hands on one and get some nice pictures, but we're just gonna let it go. All right, so we just had a quick 5 minutes in a nice little area of rapid success. 3 tiny baby, super nice colored milk snakes, all right next to each other. And then that guy as well, a bigger one, as you can see right there, with pretty solid coloration considering how big he is. And so we were just sitting here admiring them for a little bit, so that's why I'm not freaking out right now. But this is just so awesome. A population like this, the fact that there's all these young ones, that's just great for the future of this area too. And these ones were all found really close to each other, so just awesome. We got a little bit left to check out this spot, but if we find nothing else, it does not matter, because we just found 6 milk snakes so far, which is the most that we have ever found in a day by a decent amount. I think we just doubled my total milk snakes and tripled Hayden's. But we're gonna get some photos of these guys, and then we'll set them back in their little area. All right, Hayden's gonna let the big guy go. He's under this big piece of concrete. Such awesome snakes. All right, well, I accidentally just dropped one of the 3 that I was holding in my hand, one of the 3 small ones in the grass right here. I lost it, but it's right next to where its rock was, just as with these other 2. So these other 2 I'm just gonna set down here, and we will let them find a place where they want to hang out. Awesome day. We're gonna keep on looking, but if we don't find anything else, that is all right. All right, well, we're walking around. We just found this bull snake. This guy startled me really good. He put on a really good show. My hand's kind of covering it, but it has a really gnarly scar that I'll show you in a second. But right before we saw that guy, 2 more milk snakes right here. And this was actually weird. We flipped one, we grabbed it, set the cover back down, and then we could see there's a feisty bull snake. And then we could see another milk snake all of a sudden coming out of the ground, going under the board. So it's kind of a double flip, kind of not, but we're gonna call it a double flip. So 2 decently sized, pretty big milk snakes. So this has just been an absolutely awesome day. We couldn't have asked for any better. But we're gonna get some pictures of both of them, and then we'll let them go. All right, well, here's a quick look at that gnarly scar. You can kind of see it right down over there. But this is a solid sized guy right here. Bit me a couple times, but nothing too bad. He has really light patterning compared to some bull snakes. Just like, especially near that scars, a lot of really light coloring. But the show these guys put on is just awesome. We don't want to disturb him too much, so we'll get pictures and let him go back to where he was kind of hanging out. All right, well, we're gonna let this bull snake go back on its way. Maybe it'll just continue to bask, but we'll leave it alone so it can go underground if it wants. But now we're gonna get some pictures of these guys and then let them go.
Dude, that's a nice one.
All right, well, we're just gonna let these guys go. One of them held nice and still for pictures. other one didn't as well, but there's the first one. And there's the second one. Alright, so we were looking around and watched the Yellowbellied Racer get away. And I flipped something and found another one. And then right after, I found another one, caught it on the move, and then Hayden caught one on the move as well. So 2 pretty much almost adults and 1 really nice adult right there that Hayden's holding, if it'll focus. But we're definitely going to get pictures of that biggest one. You can see it's a pretty big size as far as Yellowbellied Racers go. But we're going to get some pictures of these guys. Awesome to add a new snake species and 3 more snakes to the day. But we'll get some pictures and let these guys go on their way. Alright, well, this is the good looking one. Take a look at how bright that stomach is. Bright yellow. Obviously where they get their name, but decently sized. I can't even fit it. There we go. But nice looking. This is the biggest racer that we've ever found for sure. Alright, well, we're just gonna let these guys go. As with most racers, these guys are quick and make difficult for pictures once they are on the move, but there they go. Alright, well, I'm filming this outro a day late, but yesterday was a really fun day with all those milks, and then the previous few days before of other herping stuff. But really fun time. Glad we could get out and have a nice day, but thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.